Hey everybody, this is Ryan, Rugby Ryan himself. And before this episode starts, I just wanted to let you know we had some audio issues. We were trying to work some things out and make sure it's all working okay. So it's not always going to be perfect, but we tried our best. I also just wanted to let you guys know that there is a lot of echo, and that is something we're going to work on for the next episode because we noticed it and it is something we are going to deal with. And I hope you guys enjoy this. Also, one last thing. I'm sorry to be keeping you, but the image from this and the thumbnail it does say John Wick Chapter 3 on it, and that is because that is an unused thumbnail from one of my videos done by my good friend Avant-Garde Criminal on Facebook. Make sure to go check him out. So, in future episodes, we're going to have like a logo and a symbol, but right now this was kind of on short notice, so I just used one of the unused thumbnails from my videos. So, thank you very much. Hello, everybody. This is Rugby Ryan from Rugby Ryan's Reviews, and I am here with my two friends, Sparks and Christian. Introduce yourselves, guys.
Hi, I'm Sparks.
Christian. All right. So this is the first episode of what we want to call Best Worst, where we're going to do them in sets of 2. So every 2 episodes we'll have a theme, and we're going to talk about the best and worst of that theme. So I thought we'll start it off pretty simple this time, and we're going to do the best and worst movies. This time, we're going to do the worst. So, does anyone have their initial idea for what the worst movie they've ever seen is?
Here's the thing:
Did Christian cut out?
Did Christian cut out?
Hello?
Oh, you're still here.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
Could you hear everything I said?
Yes, I'm hearing everything.
Oh, okay. Okay, so does anyone have any ideas for the worst film ever?
I do. And it's a well-regarded film. It's very well-regarded, but you know what? I fucking hate it. And I'll tell you why. And it was my very first bad review I've ever put up on Letterboxd. Alright, so the film that I'm talking about... No. The very first bad review that I've ever written out, and it's well regarded, is an Australian movie, or it was made in Australia by British director.
I know where you're going with this.
It is Walkabout by Nicholas Roeg.
Oh, I thought it was going to be Mad Max.
No, hell no. Not even Mad Max 3 is as bad as Walkabout.
What the hell is
Walkabout? Mad Max 3 is dope.
Mad Max 3 is Kino.
So let me tell you about Walkabout. So, British director Nicholas Roeg, his very first movie that he did was Performance, starring Mick Jagger and another guy, and I don't remember his name. It was basically a British crime movie. After that, he went with his son, who he used in the movie Walkabout as a main actor, to the Australian outback, and it's about a film where a little girl and her baby brother, they are driven out there into the outback wilderness by their father, who suddenly goes deranged, tries to kill them with a revolver, fails to do that, and then he blows up the car that they were traveling to and kills himself. So that they are trapped in the outback by themselves. They fucking wander around for a bit, and then they get an Aboriginal kid who's on his walkabout ceremony, where the Aboriginals send out a young child to live out in the wilderness by themselves in order to go through their rites of becoming an adult in their community. Okay, but you know what is really bad about this movie? First of all, the fucking father going berserk wild is never brought up. It's not even hinted at visually. It's not like, oh, he lost his job and then his wife fucking broke up with him or something. No, you just get a variety of establishing shots in the city and the kids just going home and doing whatever. The fucking father drives out to the outback, pulls out a revolver from his fucking gun, like center console of the car, just starts trying to kill him. He doesn't say anything. There's no dialogue. So first of all, there's no fucking motivation for him to go crazy out there. And if you want to make it a statement about fucking civilization going crazy in the wild, there's a better movie for that, and it's Wake in Fright, also released in the same year as Walkabout, and is a much better film. So after that whole entire scene and them getting picked up by the Aboriginal kid, they are basically wandering around in various parts of the outback where the film cuts in between random various scenes of Aboriginals dancing around the car wreckage with the dead body of the father inside. And then you get to see these Australian weather balloon scientists, and
This sounds like the most boring shit.
it's fucking terrible. And it's got a 4-star average on Letterboxd, and its IMDb.
It has some god tier editing. I will give it that, but it's not by any means like near Nick Rogue's best.
Roark has great editing, but you know what? Watch his other movies for great editing and other great performances and
I don't
story.
know.
Yeah,
Does
for-
he
for
edit
real,
as good as the guy who made Bohemian Rhapsody?
clearly.
Does he have a Best Editing Academy Award?
I probably does actually. I'm pretty sure he legitimately has some Academy Award nomination. 'Cause
Yeah, because he also was either an editor or DP. I think he was a DP for Truffaut before he was a director.
All right. And then, so basically, you get these random pointless scenes. Basically, they're kind of showing how far away the children are from these various people doing random shit. The weather balloon scientists, so basically, there's one female and all the rest are male. So basically, it's like them ogling her and just watching her. They're getting fucking horny or whatever. And then there's another last scene where they're traveling through, and eventually the Aboriginal is going and killing animals, and this is legitimate. They actually killed animals for the movie. They filmed animal deaths. And you can say, well, it's the Aboriginal way of doing it, and he probably ate the animals that they killed or whatever. But then later on, the Aboriginal is walking by himself without the kids with him so he can hunt for more food because he's obviously good at it. And then you get the scene of Australian hunters, like actual Australian hunters. They drive past them, they almost hit him with their car, and they're just unloading on fucking kangaroos or whatever. And you can say, well, it's about mankind's ill treatment towards wildlife. But then again, like I said, Wake in Fright did this way better because it is you are in the
I agree with the Wake and Frights comparison, honestly.
Sounds like Cannibal Holocaust did it better too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it came out. Wake and Fright came out the exact same year as Walkabout, and is way better with its themes of fucking mankind being
Honestly,
brought.
my go-to Rogue film is Eureka.
Mine's The Man Who Fell to Earth.
The Man Who Fell to Earth's great. I always love Buck Henry.
Wait a minute, is that the David Bowie film?
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh shit, I haven't seen that.
He worked with David Bowie and Mick Jagger, so he's got clout anyway. He doesn't need fucking some stupid ass nature movie to do this bullshit.
but Eureka is just so underrated.
Yeah. And so after that scene with the kangaroos being gunned down, and I'm pretty sure it's legitimately like they were killed. I don't know if they used tranquilizers or not, but the scene with the Aboriginal killing animals is actual. And so after that, they eventually reach a deserted building or whatever. After they pass by a plantation thing where Aboriginals are making souvenirs for like white owners or whatever, which is like another comment, but it's obvious. Like all of the themes are fucking hammered into the audience, and it's kind of like, I get it. You made the fucking first statement with the guy killing himself and trying to kill his kids in the middle of the wilderness and these fucking hunters. What's the point? And then the Aboriginal is doing a dance towards the girl character because she's about like 15 or 16, about the same age as him. And then the girl is frightened by this dance because it's like a mating dance or whatever, or like a courtship dance, but it's frightening her. And so she gets away from the Aboriginal with her little brother in the building, and the Aboriginal is outside of the building at night. And so after that, he kills himself. He hangs himself on a tree, and then they go out the next morning and see the Aboriginal dead in the tree. And then they eventually travel down to another building where there's just like this old guy. He's like, What do you want?" And then kind of like it flashes forward like like a few decades later, and you see the adult girl of the little girl character, and she's like reminiscing on their fun times in the outback. But what about the fucking little brother? What about him? Why don't we get to see him reflecting on this time? Isn't he kind of an important character too? And then it's just like it's so fucking pointless. They're not great actors necessarily. Like they're fucking in the wilderness by themselves, and the girl is trying to make sure that the boy isn't like scarred by this stuff. So she's making it seem like, oh, they're going on an adventure. Their dad didn't actually try to kill them and kill themselves and kill himself. And then it's just like you don't get to see it, how it's like really affecting them that much. And then after that, it's just like a bunch of boring ass shit of the outback wilderness. But it's like, yeah, it looks great and it's edited great, but it's not that hard to make the outback or any wilderness setting look good. You just have to have like stationary fucking cameras. Make sure that the camera's recording. I don't get why it's so fucking highly regarded in Nicholas Roeg's filmography when he's had way better films after this movie. It's just fucking.
And before.
Yeah.
Mm.
I mean, he only had
Well,
performance
I have no
before.
comment because I haven't seen it.
performance.
So.
But well, even his work as a DP was. You can go to like Fahrenheit 451. Like that's a way better film.
That book sucks.
Okay, cuckold.
Just kidding. The book's okay. I just was forced to read it in school, so I hated it. But it's okay. In hindsight. Aren't they making a new one with that one guy, Michael B. Jordan?
They made a new one for HBO. It already happened.
Was Michael B. Jordan in it?
Yeah, and Michael Shannon.
Oh, Michael Shannon. Have you seen that one movie with him? The one Welcome to Potterville or whatever, where his wife's a furry and then he goes and starts murdering people?
I haven't. I'm looking
Yeah, like
that up right now.
so he walks in on his wife and Ron Perlman having furry sex, and then he gets so drunk and angry at them, he eventually goes back and he dresses up in a gorilla costume and goes and just starts killing people with an axe.
Oh, Pottersville. I had heard about that. I was under the impression from like the poster and shit that was just like a Christmas movie. But
Oh my god, I've seen that poster before.
Okay, I have an
remember
idea
that
for worst
poster.
film.
All right.
Also highly regarded, but by a different sect of people, because honestly, the film you just described is all hell. And probably a bunch of snobby douchebags love it.
Oh, hell yeah, man. It's fucking film community garbage.
I've never been so angry walking out of a movie theater than when I saw
Are you cutting out?
movies.
Are you cutting out? I think.
What's up?
Are you cutting out or are you just doing dramatic pauses?
yeah,
No, I
thought
was
you
doing
were just
dramatic
pausing
pauses.
I thought you were just pausing for dramatic effect.
Yeah, I was pausing for dramatic effect.
All right.
But Batman vs Superman is an abomination.
Oh, here we go.
Nah,
Batman vs
nah.
Superman. Another conversation piece. Yes.
I saw it in theaters, bruh.
Nah, that has ideas. I will watch that easily over Man
Justice
of
League.
Steel.
Over
Or Justice League for that matter. Because Justice League is it is a very it's a cynical film. It's such a cynical film.
And it was made by Joss Whedon during like the middle part because of Zack Snyder's, unfortunately, his daughter just committing suicide, which fucking sucks.
Yeah.
I actually never saw Batman vs Superman, to be honest with you, so I have no input in this. I've only
He
saw
has ideas. You can argue on the execution of those ideas, but I can that at least has someone that at least you wanted to make.
But I feel like it's just so devoid of fun and pleasantry. And like with a blockbuster film like this, to be like that is just not worth it.
That's kind of the point, and that's kind of what I liked about it. But
it's no Watchmen.
It's no watch. I was
It's
literally
definitely
about
no
to say
300
I really like Watchmen.
or
Oh,
Sucker Punch.
I love Watchmen, but fucking people hate it, I guess.
I'm not a big fan.
Yeah, I don't get.
I don't hate it, but I'm like, that's not great.
Yeah.
I don't get the hatred of it because people are like, "Oh, this just doesn't get the themes of the graphic novel." But it pretty much plays those themes completely straight. Like it does pretty much the same shit as the graphic novel, but just changes the ending up.
So, what is your guys' opinions? Because I've only heard hearsay about this, but it's been so much fucking hearsay, it's bothering me. Martha. That whole Martha scene.
That's fucking stupid. So fucking dumb. I almost got up and walked out of the fucking theater.
Yeah.
That gave us a great scene in Teen Titans Go the Movies, so I'm okay with it.
I guess, but so much of the other DCEU movies got great scenes, and Teen Titans Go to the Movies.
Yeah.
You didn't need Batman versus Superman.
Yeah, you did, because it wouldn't be the same. Because it wouldn't be the same. You wouldn't have the scene of them pushing Bruce Wayne's parents into an alley to get shot.
Yeah. But it's not as good as Aquaman with the soda can net.
Yeah, that was great.
Yeah.
What about an Uwe Boll film? Do you think one of his films could be named as the worst film of all time? Like maybe Blood Rain or Blubberella?
Blubberella, I might put up there. I really love. There's some of his films I really like.
Do you like Heart of America?
That's one of the few I haven't seen.
That's the school shooter one.
I'm sure he handles that fantastically.
He makes them heroes.
Yeah.
Well, obviously, Dark Souls Cinema.
Like heroic.
That's what Rampage is about.
Yeah, Rampage. No, what's that other one? Assault on Wall Street?
Rampage is great. Yeah, Assault on Wall Street.
There's Capital Punishment. There's the fucking first one.
In the Name of the King 2, starring Dolph Lundgren.
I actually think his Postal is probably one of the best video game movies ever made.
I've only seen parts of his movies, like Alone in the Dark and House of the Dead, but that's literally it. I've only seen parts.
Now, what about some, what's that one company? The Asylum.
Yeah.
Do you think they're... No, do you think that they should...
The Asylum are just great schlock. I adore.
So you don't think they should go down under the worst films of all time, Lynn?
No, God no.
Not anymore.
They're not cynical. They clearly love what they do.
Mm-hmm. But do you think that if you're in on the joke, if you're making it purposefully bad, do you think that takes away some of the fun of a So Bad It's Good movie?
I definitely, because Birdemic 2, I think, is a very good example of that.
What's the difference between bad self-awareness and parody, though?
Because a parody is usually taking something good and imitating that, like for the purpose of critique and showing how there's issues with it. But bad self-awareness I think this is between bad self-awareness and being self-aware to where you're just sort of having fun and you're not taking it too seriously. Like, F- Fast and Furious 7. There's a scene where The Rock
Furious 7 is great.
is in the hospital and he rips his cast off and jumps out a window with a machine gun, with a minigun in his arms, and then just starts shooting stuff.
You know,
That movie's great.
And I was like,
Fast
this is
and
so epic.
Yeah, because what I love about that series, they are just totally committed to making them fucking live action cartoons, and that is wonderful. We need more of that.
Speaking of cartoons, did you guys see that trailer that was posted in the group today for the Lupin the Third movie?
Oh, I want to see
no, I
that. That
didn't.
looks great.
I did not.
I've never seen a Lupin the Third. I'm gonna watch the Castle of on
Castle of
Netflix.
Cagliostro.
Cagliostro is fucking great.
And then
That's a
there's
Hayao Miyazaki movie.
and then there's a
Yeah,
free
it's
there's a
first.
free Lupin the Third on YouTube. It's like it seems good quality, so I'm gonna watch that. I think it's like
Do you have Crunchyroll, mate?
no, I don't.
Oh.
I actually have too many subscription services to be quite honest with you. I have Netflix and Hulu, even though I'm kind of using people's accounts for that, and then I have my own with a Criterion channel. So it's just like and Amazon. Amazon. I'm using my
Yeah,
own.
because on Crunchyroll they have every part of Lupin except for the woman called Fujiko Mine. But I love part 5, the most recent one. It's so good.
Might just use a free trial for that then.
I feel you.
I'm more into the
Sparks,
anime.
what is your idea for some of the worst movies of all time?
Because some of the worst movies I can probably do. Because here's the thing about when people ask me what is the worst film ever made, it's like I cannot answer that because every time I've tried to answer that in the past, um, I know something even worse just comes along, and I'm like, fuck.
But like, there's some things like some that just left such a bad taste in your mouth that you don't forget how much you didn't enjoy it.
Like me with Walkabout.
Because here's one of my least favorites. Probably the Oogie Loves and the Big Balloon Adventure.
Okay, that is Kino.
You spent
Just
money
kidding.
towards
That
home
movie
Yeah.
to watch
garbage.
Oogie Loves? Why?
Yes, I did.
Wait, did you just say you
literally
spent money to watch it?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, I'm sorry.
One of my saddest memories in the entirety of my life is in high school alone watching Oogie Loves while guzzling a 40 and crying. I had rented that copy of Redbox.
Redbox.
Yes.
Did you watch it because of the Cinema Snob?
Me
Oh no,
too.
this is like a little bit after it came out.
Yeah, but he reviewed it
Oh
with
yeah,
his
I did
midnight
the midnight
screenings.
screenings. No, I just remember all the articles about it.
Wait, have you guys watched a lot of midnight screenings videos by him?
I watched a lot of minutes. Yeah.
Dude, what's my favorite is the Smurfs one or the Smurfs 2.
The Smurfs is a classic.
Dude, when that dude Jake just gets so angry about the Smurfs movie.
Rip Jake.
Is he dead?
No, he's they're not on good terms anymore.
Oh yeah, he's didn't he like fuck someone or
This isn't the Cinema Snob podcast. This is
the Cinema Snob fan podcast?
Yeah.
Brad,
Cinema Snob fan podcast.
I met you in 2013 and 2014, Brad. Please notice me.
Senpai.
Or 2012 and 2013, something like that.
I did watch Hurricane Heist on Netflix because of the Cinema Snob episode.
Hurricane Heist is a classic.
The fucking beginning part with the kids. Oh my god.
Well, because of the Cinema Snob, I know about the origins of Electric Boogaloo.
I went in to see that completely blind, and when the tire just rolls over the dad, not the tire, just the fucking building just rolls over the dad.
And then
It's so good.
the hurricane has a skull face in it. It has an
Yeah.
actual skull face.
Yeah, I was that supposed to be like a hallucination or like a subconscious thing, or was the hurricane actually just like supernatural and had a skull face?
It was legitimate because it appears again as adults. As they're adults, they see it again. It's brought up.
Yeah, but well, from their perspective, that's why I would think there would be any chance of it being, a hallucination or symbolic.
This isn't Darren Aronofsky, Sparks. This is Hurricane Heist.
That's why it was so confusing, though. It's because it's not Darren Aronofsky.
Yeah.
I'd rather watch Hurricane Heist than most Darren Aronofsky films, to be honest.
Ooh, that's a.
Oh, you don't like Mother?
No.
The only legitimately bad Darren Aronofsky movie is Noah, but that's another.
I actually think Noah is okay.
I've only voluntarily watched a horror film twice.
And I've seen all of Darren Aronofsky movies.
Nightmare on Elm Street 1 and 2.
Oh, nice.
Actually, that's a lie. I also love Evil Dead.
2 is great.
Dude, I'm gonna watch 3 soon, probably. 3's probably gonna be so good.
So we got.
That's the one with the power glove, right?
Yeah.
All right. So we got Oogie Gloves for Sparks. We got Batman versus Superman for Ryan, and then we got Walkabout for me. Do we want to go through another round of?
Yeah, I'm thinking I'm gonna do this one because I want to get some stuff off my chest.
You got some personal shit to air out. I think I want to hear about this. So good.
Let me spin you a tale. A young wee Ryan. Young Ryan Rugby. 13 years old. I had just bought. No, sorry, I was 15 years old. I had just bought Roger Ebert's book called Your Movie Sucks.
Your movie sucks. And then you became a furry.
Really got into movies.
Yeah.
And having movies on TV. Even though I have a massive DVD collection, I wanted to check out other stuff. So I had this film recording and I watched it. My parents were out for dinner or something, to a party or something. So I had pizza. I had ordered pizza and I stayed home and watched TV. My brother was probably upstairs smartly. He and I watched The Love Guru.
Oh God.
I'm scarred for life.
Rip Mike Myers' career after that movie. Fucking hell. He never.
It's a better movie than Mike Myers was in than Bohemian Rhapsody. I'll say that.
I guess.
Okay, no kayfabe here. Me and Sparks were actually talking about this before the episode started, but who would win in a fight, the Love Guru or Freddie Mercury? Like the characters.
Freddie Mercury.
Guru Maurice Pitka of The Love Guru.
Dude, I haven't watched that movie in so many years, but I don't remember anything about it.
Mercury.
I remember way too much about that movie.
Dude, okay, what is your opinion on some of those really shitty bro comedies?
Like
the really shitty bro comedies, like American Pie.
Yeah, I love me some Harold and Kumar, but have you seen Beer Fest?
Really funny. It's
White Castle's fine, but Guantanamo Bay is just obnoxious.
The Christmas one is an abomination.
Guantanamo Bay is one of the worst sequels I can think of, but the Christmas one's very, very funny.
I forgot about that, actually, the Christmas one. Yeah.
Yo, bro,
Yo.
remember when they fucking punted Vern Troyer into a hockey net? That was fucking funny, bro.
Yeah.
Dude, that was funny, dog.
That was fucking funny, bro.
Wait, have you seen Van Wilder 2?
Oh,
Yes, The Rise of Taj.
Dude, when I was like 11 years old, I thought that was the funniest fucking movie ever.
It's like when
Dude, but no, there's a scene where they're playing volleyball and the girl pulls up her shirt and shows her breasts and it's like really right in the center of the screen. Dude, I paused that fucking movie so many times and
bro, let's fucking bro, they showed tits, bro.
Love is interesting because you get Ben Kingsley, who's previously an award-winning actor for one of his Indian characters of Gandhi fame. And
Gandhi
then-
was a real person, not just a character.
Yeah, but movie character.
No, what are you talking about? Gandhi was invented
By Ben Kingsley?
Yeah.
Ben Kingsley. It was a character he played on SNL, and then they did a spin-off film that won an Academy Award.
India made him up so they could fight Pakistan or something.
Yeah.
You mean England?
No.
Okay, this is too deep, but yeah.
Wait, so you're saying wait. So you're saying that the film Gandhi is essentially not that different from It's Pat?
Yes.
Okay.
It's not as good as It's Pat, but
Well,
obviously.
So
So you get Ben Kingsley from Gandhi. And
oh,
then
dude, what's that other shitty SNL movie?
Coneheads.
What's the one with
Man?
Tim Meadows?
The Ladies' Man?
The Ladies' Man.
The Ladies' Man is a classic. I actually think that's one of the better ones.
No, dude, there's like two good. What about Coneheads?
Coneheads is
Coneheads is not good.
I hate that.
Coneheads is not good. You know who
Coneheads
was in that?
Brother,
Adam Sandler.
my older
Coneheads is like a yuppie movie. It's a movie that yuppies have in their house next to their collection of Dire Straits CDs.
Dude, honestly, the amount of old white people who I've met who said that Coneheads is a hilarious movie is actually really high.
My
Yeah.
older brother, who's like 10, like not even 10 years older than me, he loved that movie. And it's just fucking obnoxious. It's like they're loud. The Coneheads are loud. That's the entire joke, is that they're just screaming everything. And it's like
I can't believe they picked Pat. I'm still mad about It's Pat. Why did they pick
It's
Pat
Pat
to
is
make
a
a fucking
classic.
movie about?
It's
Why didn't
Pat
they
is a
pick Hans and
classic.
Franz? I wanted a Hans and Franz movie.
Oh, that is true. That is true. I wanted a Celebrity Jeopardy movie. That's just a feature-length Celebrity Jeopardy.
here's
It's
a
not plot or anything. It's just
here's a deep cut bad movie that I saw when I was 7 or 8 years old. Jack Frost 2: The Killer Snowman.
Jack Frost 2, The Killer
Wait. You
Snowman.
talking about the Jack Frost movie? It was Michael Keaton?
No, it's a different series where Jack Frost is a killer snowman because like the
No, I'm
killer-
pretty sure this is the same movie.
No, it's fun. No, that's the thing though, is that the Jack Frost in the slasher movie series, the snowman in that, way less terrifying than
Yeah.
Michael Keaton.
I never saw the Michael Keaton one, to be honest.
I watched him and
Oh, it's
okay.
terrifying.
Okay. This is my guilty pleasure Christmas movie. Fred Claus. Keno.
Fred Claus is great. I love
Fred Claus is unironically great.
No,
It's
what,
really good.
Actually really good.
What about Santa's sleigh? Like SLA.
Santa's sleigh is really fun.
Yeah.
It's probably the best thing Brett Ratner has ever had.
My
his name
dad's
on.
favorite Christmas movie is Love Actually.
Nice.
But I don't know.
It's kind of a boomer take, but it's
Well, it's also a boomer, like, I want to say British, but he's not British. He's Irish, but like,
yeah.
So Jack Frost 2: The Legend of the Killer Snowman. So it's a sequel to Jack Frost the Killer Snowman, and I didn't know this because I just saw Jack Frost: The Legend of the Killer
They
Snowman.
should have called it Jack Frost 2: The Killer or Snowman.
Yeah. So they kind of reference the first movie in like flashbacks, and you get this dead serial killer who was like melted by chemicals and he became a snowman or whatever, something stupid. And so the main characters that killed him in the first movie, they go on an island resort, and Jack Frost somehow gets like alive or whatever. And so he
Re-alive.
basically so ba- so basically he starts like he like can take the form of ice cubes or whatever, and there's a scene where there's like these models, and one of them puts like ice cubes on her boobs so they can like uh
Ooh,
make the nipples
it's just like
it's bad.
the red thing.
so they can like make it stick through like her bra or whatever. And eventually she eats one of the ice cubes that's like Jack Frost's, and it makes her head explode because it's like causing the Jack Frost thing to feel pain. And then eventually there's like a fully formed snowman behind the photographer who doesn't see him, and he like stabs his eye with like a with the carrot nose or whatever, fucking whatever. And then eventually there's a scene like before that part where he's killing other models, and he's like trying to make some girl get killed by icicles in the trees, like the palm trees or whatever, but she keeps like stepping around them unknowingly, and so he just gets tired and becomes a anvil and lands on her and crushes her and kills her instantly. So he becomes a fucking anvil like a cartoon, like Looney Tunes, and kills this woman like that.
That's not out of character from the first Jack Frost, which is the only one I've seen. Because
Yeah. I never
that one he rapes Shannon Elizabeth
to death.
to
Is
death.
that
And
is
then
that better or worse than Silent Night, Deadly Night?
she collapses and he goes, "Looks like Christmas came early."
Yeah.
Yeah. Rape is funny, you guys.
Rape is hilarious, you guys.
Dude, haven't you seen like American Pie or any bro comedy movie? Have you seen Beer Fest? Rape is
Beer
funny.
Fest is kind of. I will defend Beer Fest.
I used to defend Beer Fest, but then I watched it recently. No, okay. I think Beer Fest is better than Super Troopers.
Remember Revenge of the
Yeah.
Nerds, where he dresses up as a guy and then he's like have sex with her unknowingly, and it's like, "Ha! It wasn't your it wasn't your boyfriend. It was me." And she's just like, "Okay."
I still think Revenge of the Nerds is very funny, but that scene is hard to fucking watch.
Yeah. So and then like he freezes
What
over.
about in Scary Movie when no wait, that wasn't rape.
The ghost.
That was just that she had this massive orgasm and he hit the ceiling.
Well, no, she was trying to jerk him off so he would stay alive, and then that was like the joke or whatever. But no, there was Scary Movie 2 where a ghost like rapes a woman.
Wait a
And she
minute. Remember when a ghost raped Ray in Ghostbusters?
Yeah, no, it was like weird because it was like a dream, I guess, but then it wasn't.
No, I don't think it was a dream. Sparks, what's your opinion?
I don't think it was a dream.
Well, it's weird because they do like a little like cloud vision effect, so I thought it was a dream, but I guess not. Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah.
Okay, so I picked
Yeah, that
mine.
might
We
have
went
been
on a massive tangent. But
So Jack Frost 2, Legend of the Killer Snowman.
okay, Sparks, what is your second choice for worst movie?
I might say it's freaking thunder here. I might say Voiceless. Another thing.
Is that the abortion movie or whatever?
Yeah, it's fucking yeah.
Wait, have you guys seen Teeth?
Oh
Teeth
yeah,
Teeth is a very good film, though.
Teeth
Yeah?
is great.
I'm
Great.
I was just wondering if y'all seen it. I haven't seen it. So.
Teeth is a very good film.
That's one of those rape revenge movies, but it's actually pretty unique in how it does it. It's not like I Spit on Your Grave or something, or Last House.
I mean, I do like I Spit on Your Grave.
The house that Jack built.
That's
There's no
Jack
rape.
Hill.
There's no rape in that movie, to be honest.
There is no rape in that movie, apparently.
It's just
Um,
violent. He just kills him.
fucking, I would really like The Last House on the Left if it weren't for the jarring tonal shifts.
I've only seen the new versions of those. You know, I need to see original Straw Dogs, but I'm not.
I actually might. That's you have given me my idea. I'm replacing Voiceless with the remake of Straw Dogs because it's one of it's certainly one of my least favorite films ever made.
Is that a sequel to Bungo Stray Dogs,
No,
the anime?
Huh. That sounds interesting.
I don't actually know what that show's about. I've just seen the name before.
You know,
Wait,
it's
what's Straw
weird.
Dogs?
It's weird. There's that whole like era in the early 2010s of like remaking rape exploitation movies. And the first one was like
Yeah.
The House on the Left, and then they made Spit on Your Grave, like 3 sequels. And then they made
Yeah, it was fucking odd.
The Thing.
That wasn't a rape exploitation movie.
That wasn't a race exploitation film.
The remake raped my eyes.
Oh, clever.
That was sad. Speaking of terrible remakes,
But let's hear
Have
about
you-
Straw Dogs. I want to hear.
yeah, I
why.
want to hear about Straw Dogs.
Because fucking thing about the new Straw Dog, is you take a look at the original. It's set in, I think, Cornwall, right?
It's like super rural England.
Somewhere
Yeah.
in the north.
That's shithole. Oh, that's Cornwall's not in the north.
Not Cornwall. Yeah, somewhere in the north of England.
It's like redneck England.
Or just rural England in general. But it's set, in England, and has, the American culture clash. That this kind of deconstruction of, toxic masculinity and how this revenge that he's taking, it's not a good thing. It's all very grim.
And it's like an academic versus the workers of like laborers, basically.
Yeah,
He's a mathematician.
but it's also you're not really supposed to pull for either of them, and that's what I like about it.
Yeah, he's mean to his wife.
He's a fucking dickhead to his wife. And it's kind of this Brechtian wonder, I think, and that's what I really, really like about it. But the remake, what's his name? Rod Lurie. He used to be like a film critic, and he was really famous at the time for calling Danny DeVito like a pair of testicles with arms or some shit. But Rod Lurie, I guess he just didn't think like, oh, Brits being dickheads to an American, that is not believable. Which is literally one of the things that gave the original a lot of its flavor, I think. What makes it so unique. But he just fucking resets it to, to the South in America, the Deep South, and it doesn't pack that same punch. They're all straightforward, like, stereotypes of characters, but worst of all, you are clearly supposed to be pulling for James Marsden, who himself is kind of bad casting, because like he pulls off the like dorky thing a little bit, but you don't
He's no Dustin
don't
Hoffman.
buy this like transformation in him the way you do with Hoffman.
Well, it's like Hoffman always kind of looked strange, to be honest. Like even in Graduate, it's just like he looks a little
Yeah.
weird. But
Yeah, he does.
he can pull off like charismatic or somewhat honorable for like All the President's Men or something like that,
Yeah.
or Straw Dogs. But it's just like a literal Who was casted as like the Hoffman character.
Well, no,
Hoffman-
James Marsden's not a literal Who. I know James Marsden. I feel like he's not like a household name, but you'll see him and like know who he is. But
Hoffman
he is
was because of Graduate. Graduate was like a major success, and it was a brave career choice to be in a rape exploitation movie. After
Yeah.
Marsden didn't have that much to lose, but Hoffman did. If his Straw Dogs was terrible,
I wouldn't say Marsden didn't have that much to lose so much as like he's just not believable in that part. He's woefully miscast. And it really stalls the film a lot. It really does that. But really where it hit me that it was like one of my least favorite films. Sorry about that. Probably edit that out. But really where it hit me that it's one of my least favorite films is the rape scene, right? They're raping Kate Bosworth, and here's the thing: during a very that scene in the original was very visceral and very just fucking intense.
I don't remember if it was that graphic either. Like you know she's being raped, but it's something like what's it called? Miss 945 or whatever. Where it's
it's not Miss 45 or anything.
Yeah.
Like that. But it's still fucking visceral because it's Sam Peckinpah. And you know when they do that scene in the remake, I thought to myself like I shouldn't be thinking during a rape scene, damn, Alexander Skarsgård's fucking ripped, bro.
Yeah, that's just the problem with like when you don't do a rape scene well, you just don't feel like disturbed like you should with like something like Irreversible or Miss 45 or the original Straw Dogs. When you try to like make your actors look sexy or whatever, that's like terrible. That's like disgusting. Like at that point,
Yeah.
and you can say, well, any rape is disgusting, but you can make it somewhat tasteful and mature versus just fucking tits, bro, or dick, or anything.
Yeah, trying to make rape titillating in a film is not. Yeah.
Have you seen To Boldly Flee? That is how you properly do a rape scene.
Oh, clearly.
That's what the rape scene allegation thing was from? I thought it was just like one of his stupid skits that he does in his
No, it's from
No, it's from the film.
Is it actually in the movie?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's edited. Well, not edited, but they acted it differently than the original script was intended.
Yeah, it's off screen.
Is it played for laughs?
And it's played for laughs because they start making rape noises off screen, and that's worse.
They should have cut to like it should have been a misdirection. You know, you hear that off screen and then it cuts and then it's not actually what's happening.
Like Austin Powers of that tent scene.
Like Austin Powers.
Oh yeah.
But isn't it
Austin Powers does everything right.
Austin Powers does do everything right.
Isn't Too Boldly Flee like 3 hours or 4 hours long?
4.
Ah, it's like a Lav Diaz movie then. There we go. It's like a Norte, The End of History, except it's Nostalgia Critic doing these stupid fucking jokes.
That's what you should do. You should do a drinking game with your friends. You should watch Too Boldly Flee.
Boldly Free.
And every single time you want to turn the movie off, you take a shot.
Yeah.
How long before you die?
Immediately.
4 minutes. Including credits.
I was gonna say 10 minutes, but
Oh.
you must really hate it. Have you seen? No, actually, unironically, I still will defend Suburban Nights.
Is that another Nostalgia Critic?
Bro.
Yeah,
Just
dude.
posted cringe, bro.
I know it's cringe, but I just loved it so much when I was a kid. I thought it was the coolest thing ever.
I've never seen a YouTuber movie in my entire life. The only one I want to see is Arctic by the guy who's the Mystery Guitar Man.
You're missing out on Smosh the movie, my friend.
Or Fred the movie.
Or Cinema
the
Snob the
Fred
movie.
Film trilogy. Yeah.
Dude, the Fred Film trilogy is not a YouTuber movie. That's a YouTuber getting a job for Nickelodeon and making movies.
You make a fair point.
A YouTuber movie's got to be like Kick-Assia, To Boldly Flee, the Cinema Snob movie. Wasn't there a Linkara movie? Or Atop the Fourth Wall?
Was in Atop the Fourth Wall, the movie, yes.
Did you have to pay for Too Boldly Flee?
Yes, on DVD.
You're wasting your money, my friend.
I have the Angry Video Game Nerd movie on Blu-ray.
Oh yeah, that's another one I've never seen. Probably never will.
Have you seen that, Sparks?
I have not seen that.
It's not good. As much as I love the Angry Video Game Nerd, the movie's not good.
Hot take: Cinema Massacre is way better than Angry Video Game Nerd.
Cinema Massacre is way better than Angry Video Game Nerd.
Yeah.
So you're saying the other videos he makes are better than that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a fair point. Well, he was very influential on me. His Godzilla-thon videos made me fall in love with Godzilla, and now I have a tattoo of Godzilla, so...
His Angry Video Game Nerds have definitely improved, and he's definitely matured. He's just not just saying shit all the time, but I just
we should have a resurgence of the irate gamer.
Yeah.
Irate gamer.
I don't think that's what his theme song was.
When's Angry Joe gonna make his movie?
Irate gamer.
I'm gonna pay for the Angry Joe movie, guys.
When's the Game Dude movie?
I'm gonna pay for the Angry Joker movie.
Yeah.
Melvin, Brother of the Joker, the movie.
Okay, so we got Sparks with Straw Dogs, Ryan with the Too Boldly Flee, and me with...
Oh, wait, no. I didn't say Too Boldly Flee. I said The Love Guru.
Oh, Love Guru. Wait, okay. Love Guru. All right.
Yeah, I just went on a tangent.
All right, yeah, that's fine. And then me with Jack Frost 2. So.
Okay, so now the final round. Worst movie ever made. Sparks, you go first.
I'm gonna have you go first, my friend. Okay. I like the symmetry, I guess.
Okay, so the accord was struck recently from a recent conversation, and has reminded me of Kick-Assia. Kick-Assia.
Oh, Kick-Assia.
Not only is it a bad movie, not only is it unfunny, dated, with dated references and humor, but...
Did they do Gangnam Style?
Since when has anything the Nostalgia Critic done been dated?
Bad credit card?
That's just preposterous.
And then if you read, which I have, if you've taken the time to read the Not So Awesome document, then you'll know how much of a shit show that was behind the scenes.
Oh yeah, the upside down crucifixion is pretty classic.
And also, oh yeah, she passed out during the upside down crucifixion scene. They didn't bring any water to the Nevada desert, which is a little bit of a problem
Why are they in the Nevada desert for?
because that's where the film took place.
They didn't just use green screen like all their shitty fucking.
Well, no, because there's this guy in the Nevada desert who's a wacko who claims to have his own little country called Molossia, which is a real thing. So they actually went to his house and filmed the movie there.
Cool.
No, he like has this little house in like a 3-acre area and claims that that's its own country.
It's like that episode of Family Guy where he
Yeah.
claims his house
It's
is-
probably so he doesn't have to pay taxes.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that is pretty handy, you know. Not having to pay taxes.
Yeah. We should do that. We should make Uncle Adam's Topia.
Yeah, we should do that.
Well, I mean, I live in California and they want to do a separation, but you know, that's never gonna happen.
Yeah. If only it would, then I'd move there.
Oh God, it would be terrible. Let's not make this a political episode.
No, but it would be the third biggest economy in the world.
Yeah, but then you're right in between Mexico and the United States, who would love to fight over you and get you again.
Mexico would not get you back.
I'm gonna get you.
Or, you know, just the United States wouldn't allow it because they still have to vote to allow it, or then they would just.
Yeah. Well, you know that there's going to be a whole section of them that'll want it.
Edit out this whole conversation about California separation because this is going to bring out some negative comments, and I imagine it won't be pretty.
And then, what was I going to say? What had to do? Oh, yeah. When we move into the Uncle Adam's fan house in Melbourne, Australia, we're going to form our own country. No, not in Regina. We're not the lore tour.
Yeah, you make a fair point.
Did you see that post in the group today where it said we're going to storm Uncle Adam's house?
Yeah.
Event created by Aiden Sargent and the Lore Dump Boys.
Yeah.
Lore tour.
Storm Area 51, guys. We gotta clap those alien cheeks.
Dude, I'd be so down to clap some alien cheeks.
Clap them cheeks, brother.
Oh.
brother.
What date is that Destroy All Humans game coming out? The remake, because you know if it
I
comes out,
forgot that was happening.
if that comes out around September 30th, that'll be perfect.
September 20th when the storm happens.
Oh, that's September 20th. All right, never mind. Yeah, I don't even know if there's 30 days in September, to be honest with you.
There is.
Oh, yeah. All right, so Kick-Assia now.
Kick-Assia. Abomination.
The Abomination.
Okay.
Can you describe what's about? I don't even know what it's.
Basically, Doug, the Nostalgia Critic, in character, they decide to take over this little fake country in Nevada as a joke or whatever, and then Nostalgia Critic goes mad with power, and they all turn against him, and it's just a bunch of really dated references and people who don't have careers anymore, and I think some of which are dead.
I wonder what rating it has on Letterboxd.
Oh, I should check. Let me do that.
I hear about the drama and all that stuff, but I never really paid attention to it because it's like nothing happened. He still has his channel and everything.
It has a 1.9.
Sweet.
Sweet.
Criterion Collection win. That's Spine 1000. That's gonna be Spine 1000. Is the
I'm looking
nostalgia
at
credit.
I'm looking at Doug Walker's page on Letterboxd to see what movies he's been in.
He's been in like 5, right?
Yeah.
He's in Jesus, bro.
Yeah, he was in Jesus, bro. He was in some movie called Zombie.
Why does he have to be associated with Cinema Snob? Like, I know he's part of the whole.
Oh, he's also going to be in another Cinema Snob movie.
Oh no, Cinema Snob.
Oh, Brad Jones. He's in another Brad Jones movie called Disco. Wait, he also made a movie called Dragonboard.
Disco's fun.
I'm surprised Brad didn't make.
Wait a minute. There's an 80-minute movie. Oh no. Okay, so he didn't start. Okay, it's just other clips of him because there's an 80-minute movie called The Downfall of Channel Awesome.
He stars in his own controversial movie.
Well,
Yeah, it
you,
says
you technically get credited if you have,
YouTube channel Cinematic Venom offers a look at the rise and fall of Doug Walker's Channel Awesome. Wait a minute, he's in some 2013 Sonic fan movie?
Yes. I think someone talked about that in
He
the
plays a
Uncle Adam's
soldier?
group chat.
Was Christine Chandler in that movie?
I
Let me
hope
check
so.
that.
God, I hope so.
Aaron Hansen is in it. Wait a minute, is Stuttering Craig in it? James Rolfe is in it. What the hell?
So why is he still the nostalgia critic in the movies then if he's not like reviewing anything? Or is he just like
brand recognition?
Dude, To Boldly Flee is 209 minutes.
Oh, cool. I could see the new I could see Yee Yee by Edward Yang for that same amount of time. Or I could watch Doug Jones or Doug Walker's To Boldly Flee. I think
Okay, this is really sad. So his video called The Review Must Go On, literally just a video where this is what came out after To Boldly Flee when his other show failed so bad.
Oh yeah, demo reel.
Yeah, he made a video about how he's gonna make videos again, and that counts as a film on Letterboxd.
Oh,
he was like, I'm gonna review modern movies now. So
it's no Cinema Steve.
Yeah. He was just like.
Also, apparently, he made a 15-minute short film called The Room in 1998.
Ooh, that was before the actual Room.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah. You referenced that.
Yeah.
You referenced that at some point.
Yeah.
All
right, so Kick-Ass, yeah.
Yes.
Now.
Your turn, guys.
All right.
Either
Sparks,
one.
Do you want to take the floor, Sparks?
I will take the floor, yes. First Symmetry. And I know I know we keep coming back to this and that it's a touchy topic. But it's for the same reason we have discussed. And that is, bad, irresponsible depiction of sexual assault. It's a movie called 40 Days and 40 Nights. It was, again, one of those bro comedies from the early 2000s.
Not the Adam Sandler movie with the memory loss?
No, that was 50 First Dates.
All right, good.
That's a great horror film. But
so what's it about? 40 Days and 40 Nights.
I barely remember what it was about, besides that it was a fairly typical rom-com about, Josh Hartnett um like giving up sex for Lent, I think. Uh but there is a scene where there is a scene where he is straight up fucking raped while he's asleep, and it's played for laughs, and it's just no.
I think that was used as an example on like a recent YouTube video. It's like rape of men as jokes or whatever. That might have been
Was
one.
it? I keep seeing that video recommended, but I never
Yeah.
like click on it. It's just because like I am not the target audience for this, just because I already know this is a like what, eh? But
Hmm.
uh, but yeah, no, it's just
Is he like, does he wake up from it or like how's it play for jokes besides him being asleep? Like, does he like,
it's
does he like say something in his sleep like, oh, like I'm enjoying it or something? And it's like, oh, he doesn't really enjoy it or,
pretty much that. It is it is straight up like basically fucking Adam Sandler, not Adam Sandler. It's basically a fucking episode of Two and a Half Men in a lot of its humor. Um, but that's the problem because a lot of it's trying to be like this kind of smart satirical film about you know like sex and like hookup culture, everything behind that. But it's not that. It's still just a Two and a Half Men fucking ripoff with a quote unquote comedy rape scene.
all right. Sounds terrible. Never watch it. But thanks for the heads up.
Wait, what's the name of it again? I completely missed that part.
40 Days and 40
That
Nights.
sounds really familiar and really bad.
It's very bad.
All right. Okay, so now
Don't
on
see
to
it.
me. All right, so mine's a fairly recent movie, came out early 2010s, which is like a terrible garbage period for most new Hollywood movies or whatever. And it stars a pretty well-respected actor in it, Adrian Brody. It's a science fiction horror thriller movie called Splice.
I love Splice.
Oh God, man!
I love Splice.
Okay, so it's another going on this theme of rape. It's about these two scientists, Adrian Brody and this actress. I don't remember her name.
Sarah Polley. She
Yeah,
was
so they're
Ramona Quimby on the Ramona show.
uh, Alright. Yeah, so they're two scientists and they're trying to make like a new life form, like with genetic splicing. And their first two examples, they get mad because one of them changes sex after they like mate for the first time, and so they get territorial because it's like male female and they kill each other. Or there are two females that became male or something, and they kill each other. And they like their head developers like shut this down. You're not supposed to do that. You're not going to do this anymore. And so they go behind the head developer's back and they make like another genetic splicing involving human DNA. And so at first, like the Adrian Brody character is like trying to stop this and like eventually tries to like drown the thing. And he cuts it out of a sack with like full of like viscous liquid and everything with a scalpel. And he puts the fucking scalpel in his mouth after he like cuts it, and it's like all this like liquid shit. He fucking just like puts it directly in his mouth, like no contamination or anything. And then after he tries to like drown the thing and it doesn't work or whatever, and like his wife is like super pissed at him because they can't have a child or whatever. That's like the stupid fucking premise of like why they're caring for this thing is because she's like barren or something. Um, they have sex after like the thing starts to grow up into like a little child thing, and like while they're having sex, like the thing watches it. It's like he notices it behind the woman's back as she's like fucking riding him or whatever, and he like sees that through a curtain and she's like watching him having sex or whatever, and it's like, oh, spooky scary, because like he like looks back around and then he looks back and then sees that it's gone, and then eventually the thing starts to grow up like pretty fast into like a woman thing, and then like they're trying to like keep hiding it and keep hiding it, and then Sarah like locks it in a barn after it starts getting violent towards her, and she like straps it down to a table and everything, and then like the Adrian Brody character comes to rescue it, and then it's like seducing him while it's naked, and then it's like another thing of like just making tits bro. It starts to have sex with him, and it's just like, okay, so they consider it a child or whatever, and then now he's like getting attracted to it and he's fucking it, and then she walks in on her husband and the thing fucking, and she gets mad or whatever, and so the whole thing with like the beginning part of the things changing genders after having sex is now the monster thing is becoming a male, and the male monster hates other males. And so when the lead scientist finds out that these two people, this couple, have been making this thing, they try to send it out with like their employees and get it exterminated or something. And then the monster thing as a male is now killing like everybody. And then the wife character like is like frightened and starts to run away, and the guy Adrian Brody, he gets like drowned in like an ice pool or whatever, and then the wife character, she like runs into a tree branch, gets knocked out, the thing lands on her, and it rapes her because it's like it wants to reproduce or whatever, and so you get the Adrian Brody character. He wakes back up, he sees the thing raping his wife, he stabs it but doesn't fully kill it. The wife character is about to like smash its head with a boulder, and she like hesitates for some reason. 'Cause it's like, oh, I remember it being our child, but then it also raped her. So like, what the hell? And then the thing stabs Adrian Brody character with its like poison tail and kills him, and then she kills a monster. And then like the movie flash forwards like 2 months or 3 months later, and the lead head developer is like paying the wife character to be quiet, and it's like, oh, she's pregnant with the thing and she's gonna like give birth to it, oh no, and then the movie ends, and it's just like, fucking hell, like what the fuck, you're making like an incest rape movie at this point. It's just like they're playing it super serious, the science is fucking unbelievable as hell, and it's
That
just
that I'm okay with though, just because like it's a fucking it's unabashedly like an exploitation film. Uh, and it just does this. I feel like a lot of that sort of theme isn't like anything that isn't explored in other like horror films, albeit in different ways. But like it's the same type of shit that was explored from like Alien, even.
yeah, but you know, it wasn't made with the technicality of Ridley Scott. It's like a fucking hack job direction and just
I like Vincenzo Natali. I think he's great.
what else has he done?
Cube.
Ha, Cube. That's another movie that could be discussed sometime, or at least the sequels. But yeah,
The sequels are not good.
yeah,
Hypercube's hilarious.
yeah. It's just like it's doing the creepy sex thing. It's like even without the rape, you just get this fucking couple fucking, and then the child is watching, and then he's fucking his daughter because or their idealized like attachment thing or whatever. And it's just like, oh, who cares? Just stop with this shit. Adrian Brody is just terrible. Why would he choose that movie when he's gotten like the pianist fucking Oscar and everything? He was like, it's not like he was losing money at that point.
I actually think that wasn't even the worst film that Adrian Brody did that year.
What else did he do?
He did Dario Argento did a film that year just called Giallo. It wasn't a very good Giallo film, but it has Adrian Brody in it, and it's probably it may be Argento's most boring film.
Yeah, I've heard a lot about the last films that Argento made in Dracula 3D.
Dracula 3D is fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
It's
And
a
he-
classic.
And Argento hires his own daughter, and he like has her do nude scenes all the time. So there's a lot of questionable stuff you can raise about Argento now.
Yeah.
I mean, shit, Luca Guadagnino did Suspiria better than him. Hot take.
I actually disagree with that, but I do really like the Suspiria remake.
Yeah. I mean,
But no, there is a very notable shift from like 80s Argento down to like more recent Argento, but with like Phantom of the Opera with the rat sex scene.
that sounds interesting. I gotta look up Dracula 3D at some time.
I do like Mother of Tears though, actually, admittedly.
That's
and that
another,
Masters of Horror film he did.
that's another episode we could do, is worst of like good directors.
Oh, the worst of good directors, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that could definitely be an idea.
All right. So I guess that covers all of us. We did 3 rounds, 3 movies. So Walkabout, Jack Frost 2, and Splice for me.
I've got. Oh shit! What did I say? Batman vs Superman, The Love Guru, and Kick-Ass. Yeah.
Sparks, read off yours.
Sparks for waiting.
And I had, I believe, the Yugi Loves. I had, which it really should have gone on my best list. And the Yugi Loves. I had the Straw Dogs remake, and I had 40 Days and 40 Nights.
All right.
Very cool. Well, thank you very much, everyone, for coming and watching Best Worst.
Yeah.
I am Rugby Ryan. Rugby Ryan's Reviews. Check me out on youtube.com/Ryanator1000. I made that when I was 11, okay? So.
Nice.
So everyone else, you can outro yourselves. Oh, we're supposed to have a 4th member, but he's not here today. So
yeah, rip Andrew.
Rip Andrew.
This will be a 4-person podcast to any audience members listening to us.
And I don't know next time. Maybe next time we'll just try to lower the tangents, or because I think this is like pushing 2 hours. I don't know.
I think my dog counts as a second person, as a 4th person.
Lit. All right. Well, thank you very much, everyone, and we will see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.